Hello my fellow Arknights players, it's me, the most well-known and influential Arknights content creator, here with yet another Arknights video. This time we're going to discuss the thousands of kidnapping and trafficking charges built up against you. What, you thought you could get away with it? No, of course you wouldn't. I mean, you being a weeb was a dead giveaway. Anyways, get 'em boys. So, as we all know, Arknights is a gacha game. In gacha games, you can spend in-game items or currencies to summon a random character, with the chances of higher rarity characters being lower than others. Many gacha games show these summons in different ways. For example, in the game Cookie Run Kingdom, a game from a franchise that held me hostage for about 5 years, you can summon characters from the depths of hell, also known as the Oven. Okay, this is not entirely true since your first summon, which always grants you chili pepper cookies, states that they were in the middle of a heist when they were transported to where you summoned them. While they make it clear that they didn't get taken by choice, the same is not said through Arknights. It is never clarified here by anyone of your group, Rhodes Island, to make no one even think of the problem. And it worked. For a while. However, that will all change on March 25th of 2024, last week. This is a private Discord channel that me and a few others are a part of. To keep everyone's identity anonymous and to not get the crap beat out of me, I will not be revealing anyone's usernames or profile picture. Users were talking about Arknights and were talking about which which operator they were going to obtain next, out of a few to be featured on future banners. The two operators being compared were Phantom and Hodoror. I'm not going to try to pronounce their name again. Eventually, though, things start to get out of the ordinary. One user makes a joke about how another user makes it sound like they're going to kidnap operators and lock them in a basement. Then the other user responds asking, "Hey, you think we just have duffel bags filled with only a folder of 1 to 10 papers?" This is when the users realize the truth about Rhodes Island, that the operators would be stuffed into these duffel bags and shipped off for you to open. But this only opens up more questions, like how did they get away with this for so long? Or why are they doing this? Or, most importantly of all, why has my upload schedule been so spotty over the past year and a half?
Hey, follow the script or follow your channel to an early grave.
So, how were they able to get away with it for so long? Well, I'm sure you all remember the first cutscene in the game. In fact, it's the first thing that you can remember, since this is when your character, the Doctor, wakes up from amnesia. What caused this amnesia? I don't know. I know next to nothing about Arknights lore. The only stories I read to its entirety were chapters 0 through 8 of the story mode and Jessica Alter's event, since I care for her and would go broke for her. In-game. Everything else I either skimmed or read the 1 to 2 sentence summary of each cutscene since there's so much dialogue in the game. Anyways, Rhodes Island probably gave you a reason for how you got amnesia, a reason that I'm going to neglect to remember. But whatever it was a lie. What really happened was that you were purposefully given amnesia by your fellow operators and allies. This is because the Doctor had found out the truth. Before they could do anything about it, however, Calcit ordered Emilia to subdue them, and to use the serum to give the Doctor amnesia. Unfortunately, too much was used, and the Doctor forgot everything. Not just the secret, but everyone they had met prior. All of their training, their duties, their camaraderie, everything. But the Doctor was not the only one subjected to having their memories wiped. Every operator that is available from gacha means was subjected to this. This leaves out welfare units that are available from modes like Intermezzi's Record Restoration, the Integrated Strategy Battle Pass, and the operators only available through the red certificates. I mean, come on, you didn't think anything was wrong when an operator introduced themselves every time you pulled them? How many times did Lava say that their arch nemesis worked there? And how many times did she ask to quit immediately? It's easy to notice when you think about it. Also, this is a pharmaceutical company. They'd be able to easily make these with the amount of research they have on medicines and drugs. When you obtain an operator for the first time, they're kidnapped from wherever they were before and brought on unwillingly. However, due to the serum that they're injected with, they forget about their kidnapping and are brought on as if they wanted to join. However, these are not permanent, so eventually the operators remember their moments before being brought into Rhodes Island. They attempt to escape, but when they do, they are always brought back in. The process that doctors know as receiving a duplicate. Before we get into why they are doing this, I also want to mention that there are several different batches of the serum, as well as multiple groups that hunt down these operators. For stars, there are serums for each rarity of operator, all varying in strength and effectiveness. While the serums are weakest at 1 star and strongest at 6 stars, the 1 and 2 star serums for some reason almost never wears off, but then start wearing off in bursts. It may have to do with how we neglect these rarities by making them spend most of their time actually locked in the basement, trapped and doomed to never see the light of day again, but who knows? While under usual circumstances, the serums are strictly for operators of the set rarity that they match to closely through prior research of them before their captures, they have been branching out to mix and match some of them. However, this has had some unintended consequences. For example, the reason behind Kiora's amnesia is from being injected with a 5-star serum instead of a 4-star serum. This error was due to her being decided too useful to be a 4-star, so it was speculated that she was instead a 5-star. Well, the serum was too powerful for her and wiped more of her memory than intended. There were also some contaminated batches that affected the behavior of the operators, making them much more obedient and less likely to rebel or remember than usual. These are what doctors know as limited operators. And of course, there's alternate operators. I'll be honest, I can't really think of a dumb reason to explain these. Maybe something like we extract Mustima's time powers or something. Whatever, let's just go to the next part. There are multiple groups that hunt down these operators, looking for new and recently escaped operators. These groups receive information about those who are most likely to escape or targets to be newly captured, what the doctors see as read-up banners. The primary group is the standard headhunters. The group that focuses on newly detected potential operators are limited headhunters. A new group that consists of former members of the standard headhunters, created due to the increase of operators, is the kernel headhunters. And none of these would be anything without recruitment, which is used as the practice grounds, as well as the training grounds for newbies. Now for the why of this whole operation. Well, I think it would be best to ask someone who works in the department related to this. Luckily, I found my research of who's behind this based on who works with the departments and the resources related to them, and I have discovered the main culprit is none other than Closure. That's right, she sells recruitment permits, headhunting permits, and kernel headhunting permits, as well as contracts to 10 different operators at a time, soon to be increased in a later update as confirmed through the CN server. Now, let's ask her about it. Okay, that's fair. Hey, wait a minute! Closure, I know you're behind all of this. I know that on the surface you sell items to Rhodes Island, but underneath you make Rhodes Island kidnap and brainwash new members and even the doctor, and hold them hostage here, with those serums you make Amiya and Calstit work on. There's nowhere to run. You need to stop this now. Wait, prank? Hold on. No, that wasn't a mistake. It was, an April Fool's joke. Yep, look at today's date. Some time zones are still on April 1st. I was joking as well. Yeah, sorry about all this. How'd I even get here in the world of Arknights? Yeah, you really should have waited until I left the facility, or even went around the corner to say your monologue out loud. Anyways, I wonder if I could use this serum with my own predicament.